Hey there, champions. This is Mrs. Gardner, and we are going to continue with our Fundations lesson. So remember, before we get started, that you need both your student notebook with the octopus as well as your Wilson writing grid. If you want to get some colored pencils or crayons for your notebook and a dry erase marker for your writing grid, go ahead and do that and pause the video. Okay, here. I'm going to share my screen so that we can go ahead and start working on getting ready. So to begin with, we are going to work on letters A and G. Okay, so our first card is A, apple, A. Our letter is A. Our story is apple. Our sound is A. Then we have G, game, G. Our letter is G. Our story is game. Our sound is G. Let's take a look at our standard cards for, I apologize, let me unclick all of these letters for now and just stick with A and G for today. So our standard letter cards are A, apple, A. And remember, when they are the pink or salmon colored cards, it means that the letter is a vowel. So A is on a pink or salmon colored card. We're going to say pink. A is on a pink card, so it is a vowel. G is on a yellow card, so it is a consonant. So G, game, go. Okay, let's move over to our writing grid. So go ahead and get out your Wilson writing grid and your dry erase marker. All right, let's shake our arms out really quickly so that we can point to all of our lines. I want you to get your pointers ready and point to your screen, and I want you to point to the skyline. Then point to the plane line. Point to the grass line. Point to the worm line. Point to the plane line. Point to the skyline. Back down to the grass line. Point to the worm line. All right, good job. Okay, I'm going to show you how we write A, apple, A on our writing grid. So A, apple, A is a plain line letter. So we are going to go to the plain line. So you'll need to put your markers on your plain line. And we are going to fly backwards on the plain line and then down around the grass line and back up to the plain line and back down to the grass line and stop. A, apple, A. I did not go above the plain line and I did not go below the grass line. So let's do it one more time. Actually, a couple more times. Let's start at the plain line. We're going to fly backwards on the plain line, go down to the grass line, back up to the play line, back down to the grass line and stop. A, apple, A. All right. Let's do it one more time. We're going to start at the plain line, fly backwards on the plain line, go down to the grass line, back up to the plain line, straight back down to the grass line, and whoops, stop. I'm going to need to erase a little bit of my A. I went below the grass line. A, apple, A. Okay, now we're going to practice our G, game, go. So go ahead and get your markers ready. Now, just remember, when you are using your markers, you are going to pinch your marker or your pencil. I think most of you are using a marker for this. You're going to pinch it between your pointer finger and your thumb, so it should look like this. And then you're going to let the rest of your fingers kind of hold your marker up. So your marker is just going to kind of rest on the other three fingers. So pinch, and rest. Okay, that's the way we hold our markers or our pencils. Okay. We are going to do our G game G, which is also a plain line letter. So go ahead and get your marker and do your pencil grip just like I showed you. And we are going to start at the plain line and fly backwards on the plain line, go down to the grass line, go all the way back up to the plain line, trace back down all the way to the worm line, and make a curve. So your G's will look something like this. So we start at the plain line, fly backwards on the plain line, go back down to the grass line, circle back up to the plain line, trace back down all the way to the worm line, and make a curve. Whew. You know what, my G looks a little weird, so I'm going to erase this bottom. So G game G. I'm going to redo this little curve down here. Oh, and I went below. See, Mrs. Gardner even makes mistakes, a lot of mistakes. So I just erase it and we fix it. So let's do one more. G game G. Alright, we start at the plain line, go down to the grass line, circle back up to the plain line, go back down all the way down to the worm line, and make a curve. G game G. Okay, so make sure that you write your A's and your G's, your A apple A and your G game G on your writing grid. Okay, we are going to real quick practice our I and our B. So remember that our I is also a plain line letter. So we're going to start at the plain line, go straight down to the grass line, and stop. And remember, our I has a little dot top. We are going to start at the plain line, go down to the grass line, and stop, and put a dot at the top. We are going to go to the plain line, straight down to the grass line, and stop, and put a dot. Alright, let's go ahead and practice our B's. B, bat, ba. I'm sorry, this is I, ich, I. We did 3 I, ich, I. Now we are going to do our B, bat, ba. So B, bat, ba starts at the skyline. So we are going to put our markers on the skyline. We are going to go straight down to the grass line, come back up to the plain line, and circle back around to the grass line. Making all sorts of mistakes today, guys. So B, bat, ba. Let's do another couple. We start at the skyline, go straight down to the grass line, come back up to the plain line, circle back around to the grass line, and stop. B, bat, ba. Alright, start at the skyline, go straight down to the grass line, we're coming back up to the plain line and circling around back down to the grass line for B, bat, ba. Okay, great job. You need to stop and finish your letters. Go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to stop sharing, and we're going to get out our Fundations notebook, and we are going to turn to page 10, which has our vowels. So all of your vowels are on page 10. So we've got A, apple, A, E, ed, E, I, ich, I, O, octopus, A, and U, up, up. But today we learned about A, apple, A. So I want you to go ahead and color in your apple. For the letter A, the story is apple, the sound is A. So go ahead and color your apple for A, apple, A. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. And then, when you are done with your apple, you are going to come over to page 3. On 3, we have, at the very top, we have the letter G. The story is game. The sound is G. G, game, G. So go ahead and color in your game. Alright guys, when you're done with that, if you would, just go ahead and take a picture of your writing grid with all of your letters that we practiced today and add them to Seesaw. And I hope everybody has a great day.